Hello everyone, good day. How are you? I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're ready and excited no para sa uh, lesson natin this time. So yan no, na-extend po yung ating synchronous class, asynchronous class I mean, no? Even though wala tayong face-to-face class, still kailangan daw na continue yung pag-learn natin. So that's why no, na-record ako ngayon ng new topic natin which is the last topic natin for the second quarter. So I hope no na papanoorin niyo itong recorded lesson natin until the end kasi kasali pa ito siya no or meron akong ibigay na activity sa inyo. Okay? So yan. So hello everyone. I hope meron kayong mga notebook at ballpen dyan and you will record or take notes mo. So, ano man yung i-discuss ko dito. Okay? So, yan siya. So, I have here prepared mga different sentences. Okay? So, number one, Mount Apo is in Batangas. Two, the earth is spherical. Three, 7 plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 2. While ito naman, see you later. This smells good and arrange the chair. Okay. So, I will give you time no to think ano yung naobserbahan ninyo sa mga phrases or sa mga sentences na to. So, think, no? Ano kaya yung difference nila or meron ba silang similarities or difference? Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sige. Now, in English, no, syempre naturuan tayo paano mag-construct ng sentence, right? And then na-discuss din, I think, and I believe, no, na-discuss yung mga different types of sentences. So, dito sa ito, see you later, no? As you can see, it is an example of exclamatory sentence. Bakit siya exclamatory sentence? Ano ba ang exclamatory sentence? So, usually, di ba, itong sentence na ito, it ends with this exclamation point, no? So, as you can see sa ating sentence, meron siyang exclamation point. And it has a parang emotion na bugso na damdamin. Okay? So, ayan, exclamatory. Now, ito naman pangalawa, it is a sentence with emotion. So, this smells good. Or, it is a sentence that gives an opinion. Kumbaga, while arrange the chairs, it is an example of imperative na sentence. Meaning to say, no, nag-uutos. Or merong command. Okay? Now, itong mga nandito sa left side or right side nating screen, no, ay mga different parts of sentences. So, dito naman sa right side natin, itong lahat na ito, itong si Mount Apo is in Batangas, the earth is spherical, 7 plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 2, ay considered na mga declarative sentence. Bakit siya declarative sentence? Pansinin ninyo, meron siyang tuldok in the end. Though, dito sa kabila, no, merong tuldok, pero meron siyang um, emotions involved, nag-uutos, and merong opinion. Okay? While dito naman is more on declaring something. No? Declaring something na totoo or hindi. Okay? So, monotone lang din yung kanilang uh, parang ilang tone kapag magsalita. So, Mount Apo is in Batangas. It. So, this sentence is declaring that itong si Mount Apo daw is nasa Batangas. The number two, the earth is spherical. So, it is also declaring, no? It's a declarative sentence that declares something. Meron bang siyang emotion involved? Or is it an opinion? Diba? Hindi. And then lastly, 7 plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 2. So, though hindi siya in sentence form like this one, so 1 and 2, no? In mathematics, this is considered as a sentence. And totoo din naman siya. Okay? So, itong mga examples natin, no, itong declarative sentence, ang tawag po natin yan, when it comes to logic, is preposition. While itong nasa kabila naman, ay mga hindi preposition. Okay? So, ano ba itong si preposition? How can we distinguish or determine na ang isang sentence is a preposition or not? Now, yan po yung tatalakayin natin in this video. So, our topic will be about preposition. So, nasa logic na po tayo, no? Nasa last part na po tayo ng ating second quarter. Now, here are learning objectives. After going through this lesson, you are expected to define preposition, illustrate a preposition, identify whether a sentence is a preposition or not, and define simple and compound prepositions. Okay? So, ayan. I hope ma-hit natin tong target natin or tong objective natin. Okay, so ano ba ang preposition? A preposition is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both. Okay? So, when we read this sentence, it is declaring something. Hindi daw siya nag-uutos o hindi siya in a command. And also, no emotions involved. Like, for example, you are pretty. Okay, yung mga subjective or opinionated na sentence, no? Or pwede ding, this not good. So, when we have a declarative sentence, pwede natin siyang malaman, no, yung kanyang truth value, or pwede natin ma-judge yung ating sentence kung totoo siya or hindi, or kung true siya or false. Pero, hindi daw siya pwedeng mag-appear na both, na true at saka false. Okay? Kung true daw yung sentence, and at the same time, declarative sentence siya, that is a preposition. Kung false yung sentence, and at the same time, declarative sentence siya, that is also a preposition. Pero kung both true and false, hindi na po yun siya preposition. Okay? And usually, no, a true preposition has a truth value of true. Otherwise, the truth value is false. So, dalawa lang daw po yung truth value ng isang preposition. True or false lang po siya. In some references po, no, when we have a true na preposition, usually, 1 po yung symbol niya. While kapag false naman, 0 po yung kanyang symbol. Pero kadalasan po, no, applicable po itong mga symbol na ito when we are or kung meron tayong discrete mathematics na subject. Pero hindi naman tayo dadaan doon, o hindi naman tayo pupunta doon. And then, gamit na gamit po itong si 1 and 0, lalong-lalo na sa pag-program. Okay? So, yan siya. Oftentimes, a small letter is used, no? A small letter is used to denote a preposition. That is, for example, ayan, we have here A. Ang kanyang sentence or declarative sentence is, it is getting clearer. Okay? So, it may be read as, A is the preposition, is getting clearer. So, bakit tayo mga ganitong symbol? Kasi, sa pag-programming kasi, no, gamit na gamit po itong si logic sa programming. Kasi, usually symbols lang kasi yung ginagamit nila doon sa pag-program. So, kapag meron silang i-insert na sentence or a command, no, ginagamitan po nila ng mga symbols like this one, no, letter A. And si A, it represents ganito na sentence. It is getting clearer. Okay? So, please don't be confused, no? Bakit nang ganito? Ang example ng preposition, ayan, there are 10 years in a decade and 100 years in a century. Opinion ba ito? Is it in a command ba? Or meron bang exclamation point sa hulihan ng sentence natin? Di ba wala? So, since this is a sentence that is declaring something and we can judge it if it is true or false, no? That is a preposition. Now, another example, one of the primary colors is yellow. So, yan po, declaring something, declaring a fact, or declaring a false na statement or proposition. Okay? So, ito naman yung mga example ng mga hindi, proposition. Paano mo nasabi? Diba? This is in a question mark or a question na sentence. Ouch! Gege. So, yan. No? Come here. Command siya. X plus 1 is equal to 3. Ma'am, kanina lagi ma'am, merong 7 plus 1 is equal to 6 plus 2. Proposition, bakit siya proposition? Well, ito naman is hindi. Okay. So, ito kasi, no, si number 4, x plus 1 is equal to 3, marami siyang maaring i-imply. Okay? Maraming values yung pwede nating i-input dito sa x para ang result niya is 3. Pwede siyang 2 plus 1, or ano pa, negative, let's say, hindi na siya pwede na. Basta, ayun, no? ah, hindi clear yung kanyang ini-imply dito. Hindi natin masabi na totoo yan, and hindi rin natin masasabi na false yan. So, once again, no, proposition, true or false lang siya. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-appear na true and false. Okay? So, that's why si number 4 is not an example of a proposition. And lalong-lalo na ito, x plus y is equal to 23. Okay? Kasi marami tayong maaaring ilagay dyan sa x at saka y na iyan, and hindi po clear kung itong sinasabi na ito is true ba or false. Okay? So, ayan siya. Now, let's try this one, no? I want you to try this one. So, determine natin whether each sentence is a proposition or not. So, number 1, Leonardo da Vinci painted Mona Lisa. Proposition ba siya or hindi? Okay. Is it declaring something? Yes, diba? Command ba siya? No. Opinion ba siya? Hindi din. Sige. Madjudge ba natin itong sentence na true or false? So, pwede siya, no? So, that's why itong number 1 is a preposition. Okay? Number 2, thank you. Is it declaring something na like information or a fact? Diba? Hindi. So, that's why itong number 2 ay not a preposition. Okay, number 3. Sige daw. Is it a preposition or not? 13 is a prime number. Preposition ba siya? Opo. No? This is a preposition. How about number 4? I'm fine. Okay, this is not a preposition. How about number 5? 3 squared plus 2 is a prime number. Okay, very good. This is also a preposition. Now, ayan ha, when we talk about preposition, it is a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both true or false. Okay? And dapat din, no, knowledgeable din tayo sa pag-judge ng isang sentence, kung totoo ba siya or hindi. Kasi, yun nga, no, ang isang preposition, meron siyang truth value na true, kung totoo siya. Kung false naman, kung hindi siya totoo. Okay? So, here, moving forward, how can we symbolize a preposition? So, as I have said kanina, no, we are using small letter to denote a preposition. For example, let's say we have a preposition A, and it says that ang preposition A natin is Johnson is the tunang capital city of the Philippines. Now, this one is a declarative sentence. So, true ba siya or hindi? So, ano kaya yung truth value niya? Siyempre, no? Ang truth value nito, hala, bakit siya false? True po yan siya, sorry. Hindi ko na-edit. So, this one is true. Siyempre, no? Na-declare naman po na ang Jensan ay tuna capital of the Philippines. Okay? So, ang truth value nito is true. Number 2. So, let's have here a proposition B. And ang proposition B has a statement na Manila is the capital of the Philippines. Is it true or false? So, syempre, true yan. And number 3, Rodrigo Roa Duterte is the President of the Republic of the Philippines. So, kung i-consider siya previously, no? Yes po, totoo. Pero kung ngayon, hindi po siya totoo. No, former president na. Okay, so yun yung pag-symbolize ng isang preposition and pag-determine kung ang sentence is a preposition or not. So if you have question, no, feel free to comment down below or message me sa GC natin. Okay? Sige, let's move forward to the last part ng ating video, which is the simple and compound preposition. So when we talk about a simple preposition, it is a preposition that conveys a single idea, okay? And that cannot be broken down into more than one preposition. So, meron lang daw siyang single idea. one idea lang. For example, itong mga nandito. Jensen is the tuna capital city of the Philippines. So, meron siyang isang central idea. Okay? And hindi na siya pwedeng ma-break into more than one, no? Kasi as is na siya. That's why simple po yung tawag sa kanya. While ang compound proposition naman is a proposition that conveys two or more ideas. At kadalasan po, no, na change po yung idea ng isang proposition because nadugtungan siya ng other proposition. So, joining simple propositions using logical connectors or ayan, or phrases such as and, or, if then, tapos dagdag ko din ang not, no? Ayan, dagdag din ang not. Sorry, hindi nasali dyan. So, ito po yung mga logical connectors natin. And, or, if, then, at saka not. So, kapag meron na tayong simple proposition, another simple proposition, tapos, i-join natin sila or i-connect natin sila using these logical connectors, we can create daw a compound proposition. Okay? So, given, let's say, we have a proposition P at saka Q. So, di ba, we are using mga letters to denote a proposition. So, let's say we have here P or Q. So, some logical connectors be expressed in terms of the following. So, we have here not P, P and Q, P or Q, at saka if P, then Q. Okay? So, ito sila ay mga compound proposition. And ito yung mga logical connectors natin, no? Yung not, and, or, ay, if, sorry, mali ito siya, hindi po yung kasal si P dyan, at saka si then. Okay? Sige. Now, let's have an example. Let's say we have a proposition P, the animal barks. And then the proposition Q, the animal is a dog. So, itong si P at saka Q, no, ay mga simple proposition. They convey only one idea. Okay? Now, paano natin ito sila gawin as a compound proposition? So, let's say, for example, P and Q. So, ano yung P natin? The animal bark. Tapos, yung connector man daw natin dito is and. So, nilagay lang natin dito yung ating connector na and. Tapos, idugtong lang natin yung ating preposition na Q, which is the animal is a dog. Ma'am, bakit nawala yung dyan sa Q? Okay, the animal barks and it is a dog. Siyempre, no? Para hindi maging redundant, yung term na the animal, pwede daw natin siyang palitan ng it. So, balik tayo, no, sa English. So, dito din, matetest din po yung uh, idea or knowledge natin sa pag-construct ng sentence. Okay? So, the animal barks and it is a dog. So, yan po, no? Na example ng isang compound proposition kapag gagamitin natin yung logical operator na and. Okay? Another example, P or Q. So, the animal barks or it is a dog. So, ito po yung ating connector dyan, no? Then, the animal barks is our preposition P. Then, a dog is our preposition Q. Okay, napalitan din ng it, yung the animal na phrase. Okay, so, I hope na intindihan, no? Or nakakasunod lang. Sige, so, kapag if P, then Q naman na logical operator yung ating gagamitin, yung magiging compound proposition po natin is maging ganito. If the animal barks, then it is a dog. Okay? So, take note, ito yung ating logical operator, if, then, tapos yung preposition P natin na the animal barks, at saka yung preposition Q natin na it is a dog. Okay? Klaro? Sana klaro siya. Na kapag yung not P naman, no? So, maging ganito siya. The animal does not bark. So, opposite lang siya ng ating preposition P. Ma'am, yun man lagi diri, not man. Ganun, does not man na. Siyempre, dapat kailangan din natin i-construct yung sentence logically no, or grammatically correct. Okay? That's why nasabi ko sa inyo, matetest din ng inyong English skills or pag-construct or sentence structure or construct, basta pag-construct ng sentence dito. Okay? And lastly, ayan, not Q, so the animal is not a dog. Okay? So, yan po yung mga examples ng mga compound prepositions kapag gumamit tayo ng mga logical operators na and, or, if, then, at saka not. So, I hope naintindihan niyo siya. So, ayan. Try this one. The students passed all their quizzes. That is our proposition P. And our proposition Q, the students will be exempted in the final exam. So let's say we have here, ang gagamitin natin na proposition or logical operator is if then. Ano kaya yung maging compound proposition natin dito? Sige daw. You may pause the video and mag-isip kayo ng sagot ninyo or isulat nyo sa notebook ninyo. Okay, sige. So, yan, no? Yung maging compound proposition po natin dito is maging ganito. If the students pass all their quizzes, then, wala, sobraan ng kama. Wala po yung kama dyan. Dapat nandito po yan siya always yung kama natin after ng proposition P. Okay? Then, they will be exempted in the final exam. So, if the students pass all their quizzes, then they will be exempted in the final exam. Yan yung magiging compound proposition natin. Sige. How about this one, the last one? Ano kaya yung maging compound proposition natin? So, if you know the answer, comment kayo sa baba. Okay? And I will check kung nakinig ba talaga or nanood no, ng video na ito. So, comment nyo sa baba kung ano yung magiging compound proposition natin if meron tayong logical operators na if not P, then not Q. Okay? So, yun siya, everyone. So, that's it, everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope you have learned something today. So, if you have questions, feel free to comment down below or message me sa GC natin. Okay? So, thank you and have a great day. Ingat kayo always and God bless.